Hi, my name is Elana Gutmann. I'm an artist. We're in my New York studio now, and I'm primarily known for my paintings and works on paper, and over the past few years for unique sound installation work. I have been living and working in my studios and in residency in New York, Basel, and Paris. I've been painting and drawing ever since I can remember. It was something natural for me. It was a place to go to that was infinitely rich and infinitely interesting. And although I sought a classical training, a very traditional training, I found that it was an interesting exercise to know how to reproduce faithfully from reality, but not a satisfying end result. And so for the last many years, my work has been primarily abstract, although people often find the hints of landscape or place or story within it. And this is the terrain that I continue to explore. It's color that takes me on the voyage, it's shape. I don't preconceive where I'm going, but more try to be always ready to see what is there and what could be there, to not leave anything that's unnecessary within it, but to layer my experience to create a pentimento that will ultimately speak for itself and will compel others to enter within that environment and to find their own resonance, to find their own story. So my voyage is part one, but the person who's standing in front of the painting and their conversation and their experience with it is what is ultimately the goal and what will remain. It's my intuition about story as much as it is the information that leads me to the creation of both my installation work and my paintings and works on paper. The common element to it all is story. My story, my voyage when I'm creating the works, and then ultimately to create the environment where the viewer can enter and create their own. The most recent installation work that I did is called The Talking Trees, or Les Arbres qui Parlent, or Die Sprechen die Baum, depending on where it's installed. It was first presented in Basel, Switzerland. I have recorded in several different cities in the world small memories of childhood with individuals who've moved from one culture or country to another. I recorded them first in their mother tongue and then in their adopted language. And I then took their stories and installed them in birdhouses, which were installed in the trees of the forest so that the viewer could stroll in the forest and enjoy the experience that I've always had from childhood onwards of not understanding everything, but of feeling someone's joy or sadness or struggle and coming to their own experience and maybe reconsidering some of their ideas therein. I'm not interested in creating a work that someone digests in a moment and then doesn't need to look at it any longer. My goal would be that someone can live with my work over their lifetime and they can always find a new story there or something new to discover about themselves and about the work. The visual works that I'm doing right now, the paintings and prints and works on paper, have much to do with that collective memory and the journey that I am inspired to take because of their stories. Thanks for visiting with me.